right, so if you're struggling to find your niche, if you don't have no idea how you can start working online, this is the first step you have to take. And I'm gonna share with you everything that I do to find my niche properly, to define my avatar, and to start producing courses or mentorings that will actually sell. So when you find a niche, your target audience finds you. And if you talk to everybody, you're talking to nobody. So that's the importance of having a very clear super niche, a very defined super niche. This is the importance. You need to find the audience that will actually want to hear what you have to say. And if you start with a very broad niche, what is going to happen is, imagine that in my Instagram, I start to talk about nutrition, and then in the other day I talk about therapy, and in the other day I talk about lunch. What is going to happen is you might find my content nice, but once you decide you need someone to help you with a specific goal or target that you have, you're not going to choose me. You're going to choose someone that is positioning themselves as the expert of what they are talking about. So choose one thing to talk about. If you are a physiotherapist, instead of talking about all areas of physiotherapy, you're going to talk about one specific area. So that's the importance of finding your super niche. Now, what is the importance of finding a super niche? The positioning, the competition. So really, if you, as I said, if you start with a broad niche, you're going to compete with everyone else. Your authority, so showing people that you are actually really good at this specific topic that you're talking about. Growth, you're gonna grow so much faster and monetize as well, because people will choose you when they are thinking about a specific problem. If you have, for example, a very rare problem in your eyes, you're not gonna go to a GP, you're gonna go to a very specific doctor that knows exactly what they are talking about, or that knows exactly this problem that you are experiencing. What happens when you don't find a niche? You don't know what to post, people don't interact with you, you feel lost and overwhelmed. Your leads, when you run paid ads, are too expensive. You compete with everybody else, and you might have a product, but you don't know or you can't sell it, so no one is buying your product. Now, let's understand what is the difference between a niche, ideal client, and target audience. All right, the target audience is this part here, this broad part. So when I'm talking about a target audience, I'm saying my product is for women that live in United States and have between 35 to 45 years old. So this is your target audience. This is very broad. If I'm talking to women living in the United States between 25 to 35, I'm basically talking to a lot of people, and not necessarily they know or they want what you're offering. Your target audience is just a very broad piece of audience in the world, right? The ideal client. So the ideal client, just now we are starting to narrow it down. The ideal client is a little bit more specific. So, for example, if I'm talking to women between 35 to 45 that live in the United States, that's my target audience. My ideal client would be, for example, women that work in a 9-to-5 job and are very tired and exhausted from working there. They are not earning enough money. They feel that they are being put inside boxes that they don't fit. They don't know how to express their passions. They are waking up every morning regretting that they are waking up. So they are very, very sad with their lives and so on. And in here, I can even give a name to become more clear for my ideal client. So for example, Mary, she's working in a 9-to-5 job in an industry that she doesn't like. She feels that she has a lot of potential, but she doesn't believe in her self-worth, or she doesn't believe that she can actually do it. Every day she wakes up and she feels that she's in the wrong place. She doesn't feel that her life has a purpose. She wanted to do something else, to do something greater. She wanted to help more people, and so on. So this is my ideal client. What about the niche? The niche is what I have to offer to Mary, to these people. So I'll help Mary to build a 6-figure business online, being authentic and, having a financial stability. So this is a niche, right? And we can even go further. So I'll help Mary to do all of this, building her online course, her first online course. So can you see the difference here? I'm gonna give you an example to be a little bit more clear. So let's say you are in these dating apps, and then you go there and you choose a guy. So you live in, let's say you live in California. So you're gonna choose a males or females, but I would choose a male, right? Between 30 to 35 years old, living in San Francisco. Perfect. So this is going to be my target audience. Now, who's my ideal date here? So my ideal client, date, or client. That would be John. He is in online entrepreneur, likes to travel. He likes to spend time with his family. He likes to be free to work from anywhere, to feel that, to help people, other people. He likes nature, and so on. So this is my ideal client. This is my ideal date. And what is my niche? My niche is what I can offer to John. So I can help John to travel more, to enjoy more his life, and to build a successful online business, to spend more time in nature. So that's gonna be my niche. Can you see the difference between all of them? So once you have that clear, that is already going to help you a lot. Remember, if you use names and if you think this way, it's going to help you define your niche. Now, niche, I help mothers to go back to their ideal weight while still working in a full-time 9-to-5 job. So this is my niche. So what I can do for you. Ideal client, Lisa is a new mother, her son is 4 months old, and she just got back to her work. She's still insecure and feeling overwhelmed with so many responsibilities. She likes to read books, especially Agatha Christie, and to go to the beach and to meditate when she has the time. She's feeling frustrated and ashamed of herself because she used to weigh 60 kilos and she's now weighing 68 kilos. For this reason, Lisa stopped going to the gym, avoids wearing a bikini, feels stressed and anxious, and ends up eating more. Her relationship is unbalanced because she's avoiding her husband and she just doesn't find the time to cook and to look after her health. So can you see that in here, in the ideal client, I already have all the idea of what is the problem of this person. Thinking about a person really helps us to identify the real person that we are talking to. Target audience, mothers in USA, Australia, between 30 to 40 years old, working full-time. So this is my target audience. Now, I'm gonna do a little bit of a questionnaire in here to help you define your niche. So, what did you like to do the most when you were a child? So when you were a child, what did you enjoy doing? Oh, I like spending time in nature. I like doing a lot of wrong things as well. Like there was this time that I was capturing the chickens in my auntie's house, and she got really mad. So I was, this kind of children. But again, what is this showing me? That I always liked freedom, and I always like to do things that I want to do. I loved traveling. So I know that I need to find a job, or I could help people to find a job that they could travel more. So what are the things? Put here at least, like, let's say 10 things that you used to like when you were a child. What would you do if money was never a problem again? So what would you do here? I would continue doing my work because I love working, but what would you do? I would open a meditation center. I would become a travel agent or something like that. So you can take, again, thinking about this will help you to find your niche. So what are the essential skills you need to achieve the results you want from your business or for your business? So put here the top 10 skills that you need to develop to achieve the results you want. Number 5, name 5 people you admire and why you admire them. So why do you admire the people you admire? What are they doing? What are they saying? What are their beliefs? All right. Name 3 to 5 people that you don't like and one feature, one characteristic that you can't stand. So what you actually really don't like. 6, in your daily life, which are the 3 activities do you like the most? Which are the 3 activities that you don't like, so they are difficult for you? What are your 3 favorite books? What do people ask you to teach them? So for example, my sister, for example, or my mother, when they need to post something online or to do something online, they're gonna ask me, all right? Because this is something I've been doing, and in the beginning I was just doing because I like it, and now it's my main work. So what are the things people actually ask you? Do they ask for your opinion for their marriage? Do they ask for your opinion when they are trying to lose weight? So what do they actually ask you? And what do you like teaching people? Imagine that you go to a restaurant with some friends. What is this thing that you are always talking about? To whom would you offer this knowledge? So mothers, therapists, nutritionists, adolescents, women, children, for who would you offer this knowledge that you have? Or in here, I'm gonna even add one more thing. So number 10. What is your unique superpower? So what is your unique superpower? My unique superpower is every time that I see someone, and it's really funny, like I'm gonna have a coffee with someone that has nothing to do with the online business. I already know, oh my gosh, this guy, he could sell this course and he could say this and this and this in the first and second and third day of his launch, and he could say this in his social media. So this is my superpower. I'm very good at doing this because I'm very empathetic. So what is your superpower? What is this one thing that every time you arrive in a place you suddenly notice? Write down. What are the mistakes people fail to make with this knowledge? So imagine that I'm teaching you, again, social media and how to sell online, how to build your 6-figure business or multiple 6-figure business, 7 figures. What are the mistakes that I can see that they might take in this journey that will actually, make them fail somehow? So, okay, I'm gonna write it down. Oh, they are gonna make the mistake of not knowing what to say in their 3 days, or they don't know how to build a launch properly. So again, this could be part of my super niche. What and who would you not teach at all? For example, me, I wouldn't teach someone to build like Excel planners. Never in my life, I wouldn't. So what are the things you don't like at all? What are these people's biggest dreams? So every time you talk to someone, intuitively they ask you something. What can you see is their dreams there? So if they are asking you how to have a better relationship with their partners, what is the thing that they actually want? So again, you can start building your narrative here. What things make these people sad and frustrated that takes away their sleep at night? So what are those things that actually frustrate them, that they are doing with so much effort, and for you it's just like, this is so simple. It's really, really simple. It's intuitive. It's almost like intuitive. It's so intuitive that you don't actually know that you can teach. This is the truth. Sometimes we have a knowledge that is so intuitive for us that we think, oh, nobody's gonna like this thing. But it's actually something that a lot of people would pay for you to understand. For example, I'm very good with languages. So if I wanted, I could say, oh, I'm gonna teach you how to learn more languages in a less period of time. So I'm not gonna teach you how to speak that language. I'm gonna teach you some mechanisms or some techniques to learn a language faster. And can you see how many people could benefit with that? So again, what is this superpower? This one thing that you might be ignoring, but it could help you a lot. 3 major difference from what I teach to what other people is saying. So for example, if I go online and I see a influencer saying you need a lot of followers, come grow your followers, I'm gonna say you don't need another followers. I don't actually like this. So this is my difference. I'm not gonna teach you how to have hundreds of followers or engagement or this or that. I'm gonna teach you how to have a 6 figures launch. So not necessarily you need all of those things. So what is the things that you teach that are different? 2 digital products that I could acquire right now to become better at this. So let's say you want to teach people a very specific part of nutrition. So let's say you're going to teach people how to regulate their period through foods. Okay, so do you need to go a little bit further? Maybe do you need to buy a book to understand this a little bit better, or maybe to help you organize your mind on how you're going to deliver that? So what are the 2 things, books or digital products, that you can buy now, or that you can just sign up, or videos you can watch to become better in what you're going to teach? What are the 3 competitors that I have, and what are they saying? And here you have to pay attention. For example, if I am a launch strategist, that influencer that is teaching people how to grow their business is not my competitor, because I'm not teaching you how to grow your Instagram. You see? So what are the true competitors that you have? What is the ticket of the products of each of your competitors? So write all of these questions down. That's going to give you a lot of ideas on what you have or what you want to start selling. Now, what do you need to sell online to finish this video? What do you need? What skills do you need to start selling online? You need authenticity. So being you. Don't go there and copy someone else, because that's going to put you in the same box, and it's not going to open you opportunities. Love, showing that you care. Guys, there's so many people online today that are just like, oh, I'm here to sell and that's it, and you don't actually feel this connection. So use this in your favor. If you're starting now, show people you care, show people you like them, show people that you're there to help them. Empathy, understanding and listening to people. If you start an online business or a niche, the more you listen to your clients or followers' complaints or desires or comments, the more you're gonna learn about them. So be attentive and listen. Honesty, sell with your truth. You don't have to create this magical promise of, no, you have to sell something real and honest. Of course, we are going to work to make this promise look more attractive, right? But it doesn't have to be a lie. It can be something honest, something that resonates with you. and develop your sales skills. So sales skills online in a launch, for example, in a webinar, in a free event, in a YouTube video, they are different than a one-to-one sales skills. In a one-to-one, you create rapport, you have the time to ask your clients what they really want, what their struggles are. So in a sales speech, in a free online course or webinars, the mechanism you're using to sell, it's a little bit different. So again, that's something you need to sell online. I hope you guys liked this video and that this helped you to go a little bit further and to identify what you actually like doing. All these scripts of subscribe, leave your like, comment, or find me on social media, send me a DM and let me know you watched this video.